We're getting closer and closer to a new administration. Most likely, with a new president comes in new regulations that will affect your pocket. In this video, I will not talk politics. I will talk facts about how the new administration will change things around for the better, and those changes will affect your pocket and how you can be ready for it. Hey there, this is Jaime Checaiba. Welcome to your personal finance, saving, investing, money, and coaching channel, The Foreigner in America, where I teach locals and foreigners everything that has to do and affects their wallet. We're most likely getting a change in administration this upcoming 2021, and there are a few very interesting proposals that they're putting on the table, and they will affect everyone in this country. So stay tuned. Whether you're employed or not, a business owner, an investor, or a combination of all, you will definitely be affected with these new regulations. One thing that will not affect your personal finances is if you hit the like button to help grow my channel and get this information out to as many people out there as possible. The Biden-Harris administration has some very interesting proposals about tweaks here and there that will make more money come into the government and the economy in general. Let me discuss about them. Proposed change number 1, income tax reversal. Under the Tax Jobs and Cuts Act of 2018, the federal income tax brackets were altered to make people pay less money in taxes. The proposal of this new administration is to revert those back to what they were. Let me give you a couple of good examples on where you stand with this. This is a chart for the federal income tax brackets from 2017 before the act and 18. So if you made $50,000 in 2017, you will be situated in the 25% bracket versus the 22% bracket in 18. Making $100,000 a year in 17, you will be situated on the 28% bracket versus the 24% in 18. Making $200,000 a year, you will be 33% in 2017 versus 35% in 2018. And for anyone making over $500,000 in 2017, they will be situated on the highest bracket, which is 39.6% versus 37% in 2018. So these changes helped everyone making between $0 and $200,000 a year pay less in taxes. Anyone making between $200,000 and $500,000 was not helped, and people making over $500,000, they were also reduced by 2.6%. The interesting part of this is that the new administration is proposing only to change taxes for people that make more than $400,000 a year. Otherwise, you won't be affected.
But Jaime, people making between $200,000 and $400,000 were actually paying more in taxes. They were not helped by the Tax Jobs and Cuts Act. So this is insane.
It is correct. What I will suspect they'll do is that they will keep the brackets the same and they will just alter the last two brackets, making everyone paying between $207,351 and $400,000 being in the 35% income bracket, and everyone over $400,000 be on the 39.6% bracket. Who knows?
Jaime, but what does it have to do with me? I'm not a high income earner.
If you're not making over $400,000 a year, you will probably not be affected by this regulation, if my assumptions are correct. Now, if you're making more than $400,000 a year, well, you maybe are not going to be able to go to Cancun and sip margaritas and spend $3,000 to $5,000 on your trip. The second proposed change that this government is talking about is Social Security tax. This is where it gets tricky. Social Security tax is a tax that everyone pays in this country, no matter if you're employed or you're self-employed. If you're employed, you will pay 6.2% up to a limit of $137,700. And if you're self-employed, you pay double, 12.4%. After this amount, you were not eligible to pay any more money. But now with this new proposal, earnings making over $400,000 a year will pay an extra 6.2% or 12.4% over that amount. So who gets affected by this? Well, two parties, my friends. The employers that have people in their payroll that make more than $400,000 a year, and the employees that are high income earners or self-employed who also make that amount of money. And while you might think,
Nah, those guys make so much money. Make them pay. Help us the poor.
one thing you need to understand is this, so stay with me. I really don't mind if employers pay an extra 6.2% for having a C-suite executive in their payroll, because they're most likely making 10, 20, or 30 times more money out of that person than anything they pay him or her. What I'm worried about are the high income earners. People that make more than $400,000 a year are not being lazy, chilling, relaxing, living the stress-free life. They're working their butts off. Understand that for any company out there to pay you more than $400,000 a year in salary and bonuses, or for you to have a self-employment or a business and make that kind of money, it's very hard work. So while an increase in federal income taxes from 37 to 39.6% was actually expected, this extra 6.2 and 12.4% was not. Let me give you an easy example. You got $100 that you make every month and you're happy about it. And now all of a sudden with this regulation, if you're an employee, you will get $9 off. If you're self-employed, $15 off from your $100. So you will be just left with 91 or 85 like this. Ouch, that hurts. So the third proposed regulation, this is a very interesting one, is a corporate tax rates and the capital gains taxes. While you might say,
Jaime, I'm not a business owner. Why do I care about this? Doesn't affect me.
if you think this doesn't affect you as an employee, you're wrong. Let me tell you that. So stay with me. Let me explain to you why. Corporations used to pay 35% in corporate tax before the Tax Jobs and Cuts Act. Now they're paying 21%, right? This difference was meant for more corporations to do business in the US, reinvest their money, hire more people, so pretty much employ more Americans. This new administration is proposing a 28% corporate tax for next year and a provision that if any company makes more than $100 million in revenue, they're forced to pay a 15% tax, even if they have losses. And this is huge. Let's say you're working for company A and this company made $500 million in revenue in 2021. So instead of paying $105 million in taxes, they're going to pay $140 million in taxes. Okay? But this company decided to go and buy a new plant to expand their business and hire more people. So they spent $500 million. So their revenue was 500. They spend the 500. They have zero net income. So guess what? They don't have to pay any taxes. But now with this provision, they will have to pay forced 15% or $75 million in tax. And I know what you're probably thinking. I'm not debating with you if this is the right thing to do or not. What I'm trying to make you understand is that a lot of these companies have suffered because of the pandemic, and they have laid off a lot of people. Let me ask you a question. What is the number one cost reduction method that large companies use today? You're right, getting rid of people. So nicely said, reduction of payroll. So don't be scared if your job goes away because of this new proposed regulation from the government to collect taxes from large companies. And then on the other side, you got the capital gains taxes, which affects everyone that is an investor like myself. The two most prominent ways to invest your money, and I've said this in many videos before, is either in the market, like stocks, or real estate. So whenever you hold an investment for more than a year and then you sell on a profit, you have to pay taxes. So this chart here shows exactly what you have to pay, which is capital gains tax. It's not federal income tax. It's a capital gains tax because it's a return on investment. It's either 15% or 20% on the profit amount, depending on your income. Now, what they're proposing is to eliminate the capital gains tax and mimic the federal income tax level, which is crazy. And they're also thinking of eliminating the 1031 exchange, which is a way that real estate investors have to defer taxes. When they sell a property and they buy another property on the same type and on a certain amount of time.
But Jaime, make them pay. They have a lot of money.
If this happens, you will just incentivize people not to invest in the markets and not to invest in real estate. Why would you take a big risk, if you're going to pay the same taxes than an employee that is not risking anything? That is just my 2 cents, so don't take that as a fact. And the fourth proposed regulation that is going to have some changes is a home credit and the business investments. So while you might think that all these proposals from the new administration was to actually affect your pocket and hurt it, and this video was to criticize the administration, that is not accurate. And there are a lot of good things proposed as well. They're proposing a $15,000 credit for first-time home buyers and a $3,000 credit for per child. So this happened during the Great Recession to make the economy going again. They're also talking about a new stimulus payment that will actually not require you having a social security number to collect. And these are all great news for real estate investors and home buyers, because it means that there will be a lot of transactions going on in the next 4 years. And also the mortgage rates are gonna keep being low. So now millennials and Generation Zs have a reason to save money on their lattes. And they're also proposing to fund the HEROES Act, which they have been fighting for a long time, to give money to small businesses and individuals. They want to modify healthcare, so they build something that is affordable for every American. They want to give $10,000 as a student loan credit, and they want to modify the age for Medicare from 65 to 60 years of age. I mean, it is still too early for us to see any of these changes happening. These changes have to go to the Senate as proposals and they have to get approved. But I will definitely keep you in touch. Another great thing this administration is proposing is to invest money on infrastructure projects and green energy projects. I cannot agree more than this economy and this country has to invest a lot of money and create jobs coming out from this invisible problem that we had in 2020. So follow the news about companies related to pharma, infrastructure, construction, and green energy, because it will be a good thing for you to put some money into. Now let me give you the foreigner insight for this video. This foreigner insight talks about immigration and finances. The USCIS, the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, has been closed for many months now, and there is no hope when it will be reopened and start back up again. While I understand the secret enemy is still outside and we're fighting against it, we need to reopen immigration and allow people to legally enter into our country again. I mean, there are people waiting here for more than 2 years just for an interview that will take 10 minutes to do. Had we closed the doors to immigration before, we wouldn't have had an Elon Musk forming Tesla, Do One for Forever 21, Peggy Chern for Panda Express, Shahid Khan for the Jacksonville Jaguars, George Soros for investment, John Koom for WhatsApp, Pierre Omidyar for eBay, among others. These people contributed more than millions and millions of dollars to the economy, and they have paid also millions of dollars in taxes. America is a country of immigrants, and they need to reopen legal immigration again and make it safe. We need to allow great people to get in and make this country even better than what it is today. And you know what? The income tax, capital gains tax, corporate tax, and social security tax proposals are also going to apply to these people. So you will be injected a lot of money into the economy. And that's money that Americans like you are going to enjoy. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any one of my weekly videos. And I'll be posting twice a month starting next year. So keep posted. And please check out my new book, A Foreigner in America Can Succeed, because you can download it from Amazon on the link below, just for the same price as a latte. So it has a lot of valuable information that will help you be successful. And until then, I'll see you next time.